Hey everyone, welcome. It's Carl Hovelson here, and I got a panel full here. I got Thomas Marguccio here. I got Stephen Hurst. I've got Joan Maximuik, and I got Brandy King on here today. And you know, we're all going to be talking about and doing some training on how to use the IBK Facebook software very effectively. Okay. I'm actually going to do, this is a live training, so when I start sharing my screen, I'm actually going to be using the software, showing and going through the stages. The panelists will be here to stop me if they need to and ask me questions about this on behalf of you guys out there, so that all of you can understand more how to use this effectively. I want to make sure I don't go through this too fast, so I'm going to go through this as slow as I can. We'll probably stop in each segment, have questions amongst the panel members here, and hopefully be able to answer those questions that some of you listening to this or will be listening to this will have. Okay? So, first of all, I want to do some introductions. I want to introduce the panel. So, I'm going to start with Brandy, and then we'll move off to the right. So, Brandy, if you can come on, just introduce yourself and let people know why you decided to get involved with IBK.
I'm Brandy, and I just started with IBK about 3 days ago, and I decided to go with IBK because of the training and the fact that I can promote both IBK and other business opportunities.
Awesome. Thanks, Brandy. You know, and that's what most people are actually coming to. This is why this is so powerful. I mean, not only is IBK its own standalone business, but the software is absolutely killer for anybody who has other business ventures that they're in. You know, IBK may not be their primary. They may have a primary health and nutrition or a motor oil business or lottery business, whatever it may be. Even brick and mortars can use this to enhance their sales, okay, and exposure. So let's go over to Joan. Joan, come on in, introduce yourself, let everybody know who you are and why you got involved.
Hi, I'm Joan from Kelowna, BC, and one of the reasons I got involved is because Carl twisted my arm to get involved. That's true. And I decided to give it a try because Carl and I worked together for quite a while now, and I've never been led astray by him, and I knew that if he thought it was a good program, then I should give it a whirl, and I'm really glad I did because I love the program. Within 20 minutes I had my first sale, and another reason is because I wanted to expand my knowledge of working on the internet as an affiliate marketer rather than a network marketer. And I'm really glad I did because it's really opened my mind to what's out there and what is achievable on the internet. And working with Carl's a lot of fun. That's the main reason I got involved.
Thanks, Joan. Okay, I'll get off my little soapbox here now that my ego has kind of gone way up here now. No, I'm just kidding. Stephen, come on in and let us know what brought you to IBK.
Okay, I'm Stephen from Central California. And I've been in network marketing for a few years and haven't been successful at all. And I've followed you for, oh, it's been 2 or 3 years, and everything that seems like you get into, you make a success out of it. And so when you come up with this, and I seen this, it was very interesting. And I kind of checked it out a little bit, and I've trusted you from the day one, because I can see that you follow up, you stay with your people, you help them out. So I thought, well, I'm going to go with Carl. So I went with you as much as I did with IBK. So I want to learn how to make some money.
Well, there you go. And you know what? We're going to do that, okay? Because I'm down and determined to make sure that everybody on this panel is making money, because I want your testimonials on my marketing page. Okay, awesome. So that's the big thing. And you know what also is funny here? And this is why most marketers don't do what I'm doing, okay? Because each and every one of you on this panel, okay, believe it or not, is my direct competitor in IBK.
Mm-hmm.
you know. But I love competition. I love it. I love it to death. You know, I eat off of that energy, right? And breathe and everything. So I want you guys to make as many sales because that drives me even harder. Okay? So this is why I need for you guys to be making sales on here, and I'm going to make sure that you all do. Welcome, Joan, to the call here. We'll get over to you in a second. Let's get over to Tom. Tom, what brought you to IBK?
Well, a very good friend, a lifetime friend of mine, brought me here, and his name is I don't know, Carl Havausen, and it's a long-term friendship, and I've been following you, and I will follow you wherever you go, because I know you're success-driven, and you're people-driven, and you're helping the people that are with you, whether it's in a team, on network marketing, or in a project like this. And also now I like the idea of instant payments, the 150s. That's a nice, great thing. And we finally get a software that can do what another software, which will not be named, was not able to do. And you're determined to keep us out of Facebook jail. So I'm happy that I'm with you on this. I'm happy with Joan and all the other people and new friends. And I'm happy to be here to learn how to make this a real success and start really making money, not network marketing. You know, because not everybody can do what some people and get on the phone and be, you know, recruiting, but that's not what's required here. So I'm happy about that too, and all of the above. So thank you very much, Carl, and I'm happy to be here.
Awesome, Tom. You know, this is why I've actually gone back to this. I mean, you know, for all of you that know me, I mean, I'm in my 36th year now of being in the network marketing industry. I'm a dinosaur in this industry. You know, I started it when I was 17 years old. And, you know, just in the last 5 to 7 years, there's been a lot of, I'm going to call it deception, okay, for a better term. And it's just because of the way that people tend to market the internet. And this is why network marketing has been such a struggle for most, because people will say just about anything to get your money out of your wallet or your purse, okay? And the worst part is they don't follow up, okay? This is probably why I've been so successful in this industry. I mean, not always, but, you know, at least in the last 10 to 15 years, because I went through the same struggles everybody else did in you know, learning this industry. And the one thing that I've learned from all my mentors I've had is that follow up and consistently having communication with the people you work with is key to your success. Okay, even in direct sales like what we're in. Okay, because there's, you know, our industry has different facets. It's got the teamwork facets, if you want to call that. That's what they call it. That would be your network marketing, okay? That's the whole idea of network and marketing. And then you've got your affiliate sales, okay, which is affiliates working together or even independently selling individual products or services. And then you've got direct sales, which is kind of a cross between affiliate marketing and just straight sales. And that's what we do. We do this here. Although it allows us to work together even though we're competitors. Okay? Now, some people, before I get started and everything, I just want to go through this little bit of an intro here. But, you know, a lot of people have come to me lately, and you're probably going to get this too as well, is that, you know, as more people get involved with IBK, there's going to be so many people marketing in the same groups and so forth and that. I don't know if you've got that already. Okay? But here's what I'm going to tell you. There's about, I don't know, between 500 and 1,000 people. I don't even think it's that much, but it's somewhere around there. I'm going to take a guess in IBK. Billy hasn't told me the total, but I know it's somewhere around there. 500 people. Let's just say 500 people in IBK. Okay, IBK has been around about 4 months now, 5 months. And there's only about 500 people in there. Almost 100 of them are mine, right? And I've only been in since April 14th. So, but the point I'm making here is there's 1.2 billion people on Facebook alone. If we were to market Facebook, the 500 or 600 or whatever there is, we start marketing Facebook, and Facebook never has another member join from this day forward, which we know is impossible, but if they didn't, it would take 1,675 years, not days, not months, years, to connect with everyone on Facebook. Okay? Now, some people will say, well, you're never going to market to everybody on Facebook. And my answer is, why not? What is the one key thing that everyone on planet Earth wants more of? Can anybody answer that? The one thing.
This, money. I don't know. They're coming close. Money.
Money. Okay?
Money.
Everybody doesn't have enough money. Okay? And it's simple. Even the filthy rich don't have enough money. Okay? That's a mental thing. Then you have the middle class who want that much more. So they still want more money. And then you have the lower class that is just struggling to survive. And they definitely want money. Now, when you look at social media in general, okay, could be Facebook, could be YouTube, could be Google, could be LinkedIn, could be Tumblr, could be Stumbled Upon, could be any of them out there, okay? Not everybody hangs out in a make money from home group, okay? Are we cool with that? We agree with that? Yeah, no?
Yeah, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, so here's an example I'm going to give you. I ran a test the other day just to see in a group. I went into an eco group, okay? So those people that are all about the environment. So I went in there and I made a little post about, would anybody in here be interested in earning a little extra money? I know this isn't what the topic of this is, but if you are, I can show you how to make $150 a day or even a few times a week. If you're interested, I'm not going to put a link. I said, if you're interested, just send me some info. 16 people from that eco group asked me for information, and one person bought it. This was an eco group. Okay? This was not make money from home. This was not affiliate marketing or MLM or network marketing. It was an eco group. I could go into a baking group, a farming group, a gardening group, a fishing group, a hunting group, a recreational group. They're all there. Everybody there wants to make money. It's all about how you present yourself. I'm going to tell you right now that 98 to 99% of most people online completely market the wrong way in social media. They get to a point where they actually piss people off, right? Where people want to block them. They don't even want that communication. They will send complaints in to Facebook or whatever social media they're on if you start pushing your product. It's all a matter of how you present yourself. You go into a group, you introduce yourself, you say, I'm not entirely into everything that you guys are doing in here. I do have other interests as well. I'm not sure if anybody's open to some additional interests, such as maybe earning a bit of extra money. Maybe you're gardening and you need to raise $150 to buy some plants. Or you want to build a new shed, right? I can show you how you can raise that capital if you're interested. If you are, just say send info. And that's that. You don't keep going back into that same group and harassing people. You do a one-time post in there, and that's it. and you will be shocked on the response you get back. One post in one group gave me 16 responses in one sale. That blew my mind. I was just playing around. Okay? Now you look at Facebook and Facebook alone, who has tens of thousands of groups on there in all kinds of different niches all over the place. 99% of the people that are trying to make money online are sticking in the same thing. It's like one big giant pond that everybody has their fishing rods in looking for that one fish. And then you get me, I'm going over to all the little overspill ponds that nobody's going to, throwing my line in and catching one almost every single time. You see? It's all a matter of how you think. Okay? You've got to think outside the box in network marketing. But you've also got to be respectful of the people within the groups. So you don't blatantly go in there and post your information and stuff like that. You go in there, you introduce yourself to the groups. You can do it with the poster. You can write up a nice introduction, you know, and say, let's say it's gardening. You say, you know, I just want to introduce myself. You know, my name is blah, blah, blah. You know, I do some gardening with my wife or with my husband, whatever it is you're doing. You know, we just put our garden in or whatever. It cost us a fortune for all this. But, you know, I was fortunate enough to be able to make this money in a sideline little business, so my garden cost me nothing this year. You know, if you're interested in knowing how I was able to do that, I'd be more than happy to send you some information. Just text me, send info. You know? Simple. You see, that's being respectful of the people in the different groups you're going into. Make money from home. I don't know how many of you post in these groups or even go into the groups and look around, because I do it all the time. 9 times out of 10, you're going to be seeing somebody who's just throwing a link in there. Who joins from a link? Now, in our business IBK, or any business, if you're marketing any kind of business out there, you want real 100% targeted leads, correct? Is that what we're all looking for? Okay.
Definitely.
So, if you were to just do a post and throw it in there with your link, you know, unless you're doing tracking, and even then, you can't even tell if that's a good certified lead or not. You will never know if you actually had a good lead that went to that site, unless you're tracking clicks. And even then, when you're tracking clicks, you don't know who went to it. That's why you will rarely ever see me post a link. I will go in there, I'll do it on my own timeline, but not in a group. I will go into groups and I will tell people, if you want info, ask me. What does that do? That builds my lead list. That's a 100% targeted lead right there. Now, what a lot of you probably don't do when that happens is you don't follow up with those leads. You know, you send them the information and then you, I don't know, maybe that's all you do after that. I always make note of whoever I connect with. If someone asks me for information, I will copy their name, I'll put it into a notepad file, and I have it there. So, and I'll put the date that they did it. Sometimes I'll put it in an Excel spreadsheet. And then a couple of days later, I'll send them a little message saying, you know, you requested some information from me the other day. Have you had a chance to look at it? And if you did, what are your thoughts on it? Okay? If you don't follow up with the lead, then it's a waste. And this is what the problem is with a lot of autoresponders too. Okay? Because you know, for most of my career, I've never used an autoresponder. I've only used one for the last couple of years. But believe it or not, I started off with IBK with an autoresponder for about the first week. And then I thought, you know what, this is useless. Because I'm paying every month to the autoresponder company, which is AWeber. I'm paying them every month a bunch of money for people who are unresponsive. You know, the only thing I use my autoresponder for now is just sending out broadcasts to the people I have in my existing list. That's it. I don't even use an autoresponder anymore. I want people going directly to my page now. I want them to connect with me first on Facebook. I'll get them on Skype. We'll have a conversation. Send them my link. Boom, baby. Sales closed. That's how you make money. If you want to rely on an autoresponder, that's totally up to you to do that. You know, I'm not going to tell you it's good or it's bad. I'm just going to tell you that I make more money not using an autoresponder than I do using one. Okay? So, let's get into the meat and potatoes of this whole thing here. I'm going to get in, I'm going to start sharing my screen. We're going to go through now how powerful this IBK software is. Okay? There's lots of softwares out there, different kind of posting softwares, but this one here, there's nothing that I've seen that does what this does. Okay? And this can be used for any business. Now, it's also how you use the software. Now, people say, like Tom says, oh, to keep us out of Facebook jail. Okay, you know what puts you into Facebook jail? Can anybody on the panel tell me? What puts you in Facebook jail? Anybody?
Well, people complaining that you're spamming or that you're, you know, you're sending in too many messages. One of the things, I guess.
That's
people
one of them.
complaints.
Yep. And that's the biggest thing. See, what most people don't know is that on Facebook, the majority of the groups on Facebook allow you to make one post per day. Some of them only one post every 2 days. But you see, when people are using... Go ahead.
Also, you have to be careful. You've got to make sure that the group will accept you, and do not post in closed groups, and only post in groups when they say that you can do so.
Exactly, and that's what I was going to get into. See, with most posting softwares, they will go and post to any group that's there. They'll post to a public group, a secret group, a private group, a closed group, okay? It's because the software is designed to go over and override that kind of stuff and get in there. You do not want to be doing that, okay? You want to post only to public groups. Now, again, there's even more to it than that. Because even in the public groups, there is stipulations. Now, when you're doing posting, and I'm going to show you a live example on here, you're going to see a line on there. You'll be able to read, and usually the first line will tell you what you're allowed to do. Okay? I actually allowed the system to post for me, and then I ended up posting in a public group, and that group only allowed you to post things about free programs. Well, the guy wrote to me, goes, Carl, you can't be posting in here, it's got to be free. And I says, well, I'm going to set you free because I'm going to leave your thing because I'm not interested in free. So good luck. And I says, next time you should maybe not limit people to what they want to do. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. But if you want to have a group, you shouldn't be doing that kind of stuff. And this is the problem with people, because some people out there, they create groups and they want specifics regarding what they like, not what anybody else likes. And that's the other thing you have to look for. So let me start sharing my screen here so I can actually get through. And let me know if I'm too loud, too, because sometimes my mic gets a little
No,
loud.
Carl, but I have one more question about the closed group issue. Some of the groups that you and Billy and I are members of are closed groups, but still allow posting of BizOps. So you still have to watch that some of the closed groups will allow it.
Well, you know what? That's totally up to the people if they want to do that. I'm just going to, the advice I'm giving people right now is to do that. If they want to go in and check the closed groups, that's totally up to them. But 90% of all groups or 92% of all groups on Facebook are open, are public. Okay? So, you know, just because you don't post in a closed group doesn't mean you're going to lose out on a lot. But obviously, like you said, you can check them. This is why I'm going to show you what I do, how I do everything manually. So let me start sharing my screen. First of all, am I too loud?
No.
Or am I okay?
You're good.
You're good. You're good.
You're fine.
Sometimes they happen, so. Okay, let me just click on the software here and get it loaded. Okay, can everybody see this software? I'm just going to make it full screen. Can you guys see the software now?
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so this is the software here. I'm going to go over the first 3 tabs. This is the actual group posting when you're going to do the posting to the groups. Okay, and actually let me log in. The first thing you need to do is log into Facebook. So I'm going to log into facebook.com right here now. Okay, this is the very first thing you do before you even go through any of these sections. Okay. And then again, you know, any of you, if I'm starting to lose you, you just jump in, okay? Okay, so now I'm loading up my Facebook here, so you can see. So I'm just going to go through the tabs really quickly. This is where you're actually going to go and post your message. This is the first tab, which is the last thing you're going to do, because you're always going to start from the right and work your way to the left. Kind of weird the way they did that, but that's fine. Okay, the URLs, we're going to go through this. I'm going to show you how to group your URLs into your posting groups. Okay. The turn off notifications, this is something that's very, very cool because it saves a lot of time and agony on your timeline with massive posts going on there. And then, of course, you've got the auto groups. Now, this new tab has just been added. I'm really not sure how to use this yet, so I've got to talk to the programmer to find out. So we're not going to be talking about this tab today, okay? So we're going to look at the auto join groups. I'm going to show you 2 different things that are very, very cool, okay? So the first thing, you know, when you're going in, you're looking to join groups, you want to look at the keywords. Now, we're going to do something different. I'm not going to do make money from home. I'm not going to do any of that kind of stuff, okay? I'm going to do something different, okay? I'm going to do fishing, okay? Number of groups I want to join is going to be, I'm just going to do, I'll type in, say, 15 for right now, just for the heck of it showing here. I'm not going to join any, actually. I'm just going to go through the process, okay? The intervals in seconds, this is very, very crucial. And after using this software, I have found that 11 seconds is the best interval to use. Some people like to use 6, 7, 8, but the lower the number, the higher the chance that Facebook is going to flag you. Okay? 11 seconds keeps you right under the radar. Okay? So what we're going to do now is we're going to go in and we're going to search for groups. I'm going to do 2 different searches, okay? This is the first set of searches I'm going to do. Okay? So we're going to go in, we're searching for the groups. It's now going into Facebook and it's searching for all the fishing groups that are there. And it's going to load them up. Maybe. It's kind of slow. Let's try again. Okay, it's not working on fishing. Let's do garden. Let's see how that one works. Whoops, I do search for groups. Oops, another thing I forgot to do. Hang on. This is the first thing you got to do. This is why it's not searching. Okay, you've got to click on home. This is my bad. Sorry. And load up your home page. Okay. Come on, load it up. Okay. And then you got to go down and click on the group. Hoy, it's slow. It must be because I'm screen sharing here. Come on, Facebook. Okay, anybody have any questions while my page takes 10 hours to load? Why isn't it loading?
I find mine takes a while too.
It's usually fairly quick. It's just it might be because I'm sharing it within the Hangout. Cause see, you gotta select the groups when they load up here. I don't know why it's taking so long.
So does it let you actually see the groups before you can join them?
Yeah, you actually have to load the groups area, okay, in here. So that's why you got to click on Home, and you got to go and load the groups area that comes up on the left bar here, and it's not loading. I don't know why it's doing that. Let me just. I wish I could find groups in here, can I? I never looked here. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm not going to do it there. Oh, well, this kind of sucks.
If you go back to your profile and there's a drop-down menu with more.
Yeah, I clicked on it. I can't get it to drop down.
Oh, okay.
That's because I thought it was in here. See, it won't, for some reason, it's not doing it, and that might be because the way we're screen sharing in here. You know what? Let me try something different. No, I can't do it that way. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stop screen sharing. I'm going to see if I can load it up, and then I'll screen share again. Okay, so just give me 1 sec. I'm going to see if I can get it to...
Yeah, do it outside of the Hangout.
Outside of the Hangout, yeah. Well, that's really weird. Okay. Oh, sheesh, I can't get it to work. Okay, let's let me go back in and try screen sharing again here. Okay, you guys can see the screen?
Yes.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, so for some reason it's not doing it this way. So let me try something different. Okay, this is the second way that you can do searches. Like if you know somebody who's a fairly big marketer online. Okay, I'm going to use Billy Brady as an example. Okay, Billy's a member of, I don't know, 1,500 groups. So I could go in and search Billy Brady's profile. And hang on. Oh, I know what it is. Hang on. I've got to actually, it's Billy Brady. You actually have to have his Facebook username. Billy Brady, what is it, 110? Hang on. Okay, you know what? I'll just use mine. Okay. So it's going to go in, it's going to search groups. There's mine. Ooh, maybe I can do it this way. So if you know the person's username, okay, on Facebook, you can type their username in, and oh, what a pain. It's not allowing me to do it. There's something going on with this that doesn't allow me, or it doesn't allow the software to show this on the Hangout. That is so weird.
Carl, I don't think it's just yours because I've tried to do the same thing and mine's not working either.
Oh, it's not, eh?
No.
Maybe there's an update we have to do then.
Yeah, Carl, sometimes it's not working for me too, and it doesn't allow to load those groups.
Okay. I'll have to check. I'll have to check with Billy and the programmer. Maybe there's an update or something that's in here. I don't know. I was using it this morning. It was working fine. Okay. Well, let's go to the next stage. Okay. We're going to go to the turn off group notification. So once you've loaded up groups, okay, you want to make sure that you do this. Okay. So yeah, you go and you click to navigate. and it's going to go and it's going to load all of your groups that you're a member of. Okay. Now, turning off notifications is, you know what, that's the best thing for you to do, because what happens is if you don't have that, anytime somebody in the group or you post to the group, it comes across your timeline. You've probably seen that if you haven't turned off the notifications. And your timeline gets bombarded with this. Okay? So once you click to navigate and you've seen that it started to load them up, you want to click on Show More. So you get all the groups in there. So you can see these things are highlights and stuff like that. Okay? These are ones that when you post or somebody else posts in groups like this, it'll come and it'll post on your timeline. Okay? So what you do is you click the Run button, and the software will automatically go in and start turning off the notifications. Well, at least this is working in here. So you'll see now that's going to be turned off. And then it's going to go down, it's going to scroll all the way down and start turning them all off. Okay? I'm glad this worked because I didn't do any of this morning. So this will take, I don't know, depending on how many you have, if they're all like that, could take, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes for it to go through and do that. But I only have, I think, about 10 or 12 on here that I had to turn off. So we'll just let it run through.
What about that click to navigate part? What does that mean? When you click?
The click to navigate, when you load up, you click on turn off notifications, you click the click to navigate, and that loads up all of your groups.
Oh,
okay?
Right.
So that's what I did. I clicked to navigate, it loaded up my groups. And then when you have them all loaded, okay, as you notice, I had to scroll down, I had to click more. You'll have to do that first, and then it'll load all of your groups. And then you go on, you click the Run button here, and then it'll start doing exactly what it's doing here now. It'll go in, it'll do the all posts, the friend posts, the highlights, it'll turn them all off. Okay? And this way you don't get notified on your desktop from any of these groups, from any posts that you do in it or anybody else posts in it. Okay? It just keeps your timeline clean. Okay? You're still going to get notified in your email. So, again, you just delete them. Okay? No sense in complaining about it, because if you do, then don't use the software. Okay? Just do what I do, is I just go in there and I delete them all. Right? Because I run the software does everything I want it to do. The notifications in the email doesn't matter to me because the software's already done what that email is telling me to do. Okay? There isn't any way to turn that off. Okay? That's all part of the Facebook system, so you're going to get the email notifications. Okay, so this is all done. So the next thing I'd be doing now is I'll be going to my URLs, okay, and IDs. What I want to do now is I want to get all of these that I've just joined and all that have come in here, and I want to put them into a file. Okay? So I have pre-made files that I choose. So I will now click on Save Group URLs. So I'm going to make myself a text file that has all my groups in it. Okay, so I have one that's already done here. I have it, my IBK group list all. Okay, so I load that up, and yes, I'm going to overwrite it. I overwrite it every single day. Okay, all I have to do now is click on grab Facebook group URLs. Okay, so now they've all been saved to this group list -all. Now, some of you have gone through the back office videos. Billy talks about Notepad++. Okay, on my training site, I have the link to this and information on Notepad++. I'm just going to launch it up now so you see what it looks like. Okay, this is Notepad++. What it does is it's got Notepad, but it also shows the amount of lines that you have. Like, okay, for instance, I'm going to load up my my all file. Okay, so I'm just going to go in there. I'm going to find my all file here. I'm going to load this up, and it's going to tell me how many I've got in here. And I didn't save it properly. What the heck? Facebook groups. Oh, come on. This is the problem with live trainings. You look like a you-know-what. Grab Facebook URLs. That should have worked. Let me just double check the file now. Nothing's working. That's crazy. I can't load anything on here.
This is Murphy's Law applying to...
Yeah. What else is new? See, and I can't even load the group files down here. This might be why it's not loading properly, because the group files aren't loading.
I guess you're going to have to do a video, Carl.
Yeah, I'm going to have to.
That video series is what you got to do. Yeah.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, I can't do the software in here, which really sucks. Okay? So, normally what I would do is I would show you guys how to break it down into like 120 to 150 groups, okay? And you only want to post these once per day, okay? Don't go posting twice a day. You know, Facebook's going to allow you to post to about 200 groups a day. So you can either make group files of 100, and then you could do group 1 in the morning and group 2 in the afternoon or in the evening. That's what I do sometimes, okay? Or you can post to just like 120 or 150, and then that's it. The next day, go to your next set of group and post it in, and so forth. Do not post more than once a day to the groups. They're going to complain. You're going to get banned. You're going to go to Facebook jail, okay? Facebook in general does not care if you use a posting software. Everybody thinks Facebook hates that. They don't. They don't care. What they care about is abuse. That's what they have to monitor. So if you're posting once a day, you're posting once a day. And that's it. You're allowed to do that. Most people take the software and they'll go and they'll post 4 or 5 times a day. They'll completely spam and abuse the groups, which upset the owners of the groups and the people in the groups who complain to Facebook, who put you in jail. Make sense?
Yes. Now, how about qualifying the groups themselves? Every time you join, those groups go into the pile. Now, how do you get those groups out of the pile to qualify?
I can't show you here. I can't show you. I know. I'm not going to do anything. I have to do that on separate videos.
You got it. All right.
So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you how to go through all that in separate videos. It kind of sucks that I can't do this today here. So, man, this. Oh well. What are you going to do?
That's it. It was meant to be a series, not live.
You know. So you know what? I don't know if there's any questions anyone has in regards to what I went through here today, but obviously I have to do the videos. So any kind of questions in regards to that software? Let's talk about it, because you know maybe there's people that are listening in that want to hear about this.
I want to know a little bit more about the Notepad++.
Okay. Well, the Notepad, again, I can't even show that because it's not coming up, so I got to do that on a video. But the Notepad++, what it does is it gives you lines like Excel. You know how Excel gives you.
I already downloaded it. And I put all my groups on there.
Yeah.
So now what do I do with it?
So what you do is you have all your groups on there. So in the side socket on it, it'll have lines 1, 2, whatever. You click on the 1, hold down your left mouse button, and drag down, just like you were highlighting something. You drag it all the way down and select 100, 120, whatever it is you want to do. And then you copy that and put it into a Notepad file and save it as like group 1. And then go down to the next one, save it as group 2, and so forth all the way down. Okay? I will go and do a video on that to show everybody how to do that, because that Notepad++ is the bomb. I wish I knew about that before. I just heard about this when Billy showed us in the back office.
Right.
So you know, that is a very slick software for anyone using who's doing this kind of stuff. So I'm going to do videos. I'm going to show everybody how to do that kind of stuff.
I have a question.
Sure.
Carl. You were talking about the different groups that you could contact, for example, gardening or fishing or whatever, those individual groups, you wouldn't put it into your group list. These you would contact just on a one-to-one basis on Facebook?
Well, no. What I would do, this is what I would do. Like if I wanted to go in and let's say I wanted to do a fishing group, okay? I would go in and I would run the software on the groups, okay? But I won't let the software do all of the joining. I will go in there and manually join them myself, okay? Through the list, because it will show you the list. Unfortunately, I couldn't show you in the software, but I'll do a video on that on different lists or on different groups, okay, such as that. I'll use an example. I'll do a video on that. And what I'll do is I'll go in and I'll find out what the group link is, and I will copy the manual of those groups. The only other way you can do it is if you had separate Facebook accounts, okay, to do that. I'm not going to open up 100 Facebook accounts just to post to different groups. So, you know, this again is going to be for anybody who wants to do different kind of marketing. I'm going to tell you. What's that?
You don't mix it in with your make money from home.
No, you always keep it separate. You keep it separate, okay? I'm going to tell you this, okay? Everyone here on this panel and anyone who's going to listen to this video, you are running your own business. It's going to take some work if you want to make some real money, okay? If you're looking for automation, this program and no other program out there is going to make you any kind of decent money. Because automation, nothing can be on 100% automation. There's going to be some work for you to do. I'm going to show you how you can do it. It'll take you an hour, maybe 2 hours a day to do this. But it's up to you whether you want to work an 8-hour or 10-hour day or whether you want to work 2 hours a day. And then get paid $150 an hour for it. I don't know about you, but I'll do that every hour of the day.
I'm up for that.
Okay? But, you know, I'm never going to show you the easy way because I don't believe in the easy button. Okay? The money that I've been able to make, and in IBK, since April 14th, I've done $7,200. Okay? $7,200 in 6 weeks. You know how many people would love to do that in 6 weeks? Well, I can show each and every one of you how to do it, but you got to be willing to do the work for it. I'm a workhorse. I will work for that. And I don't work, and I don't put in the hours. I don't put in 60 hours a week that a lot of people do to make that kind of money every single month working for somebody else. I can work 2 hours a day, maybe 3, go in and do that little bit of work I need to do, and create that kind of an income.
I think the secret of being successful online is not how many hours you put in doing it, but how effective you are in those hours that you are working.
It's smart marketing. Work smart, not hard. Okay? That's all that it is. I'm sharing with you now ways, and anybody who watches this and takes action, they're going to make a killing. Okay? You can do it just on Facebook alone. Never mind LinkedIn, Pinterest, Stumbled Upon, Tumblr, AppSense, any of these other ones. You can literally go out for the next 50 years and make $150 a day over and over and over and over again in all of these places. Facebook, we have a software for. Okay, the other places, not yet, but we're working on it because I'm working with the programmer and with Billy to get more of this stuff in, like a LinkedIn software, like a YouTube software, a Google Plus software, a Stumbler software, a Stumbled Upon software, all these things, because our programmer is absolutely amazing. He makes custom software. I've seen it all. He's got one that, his own personal one, he's called the Monster Poster. He doesn't sell that to anybody. You know how many social networks are in it? 150.
Whoa.
And you know what he does?
What?
He does just like you do on there. He puts his post in there, he does this, and he clicks a button, and boom, 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 boom. He walks away, and it does it to everything. Imagine having that.
Wow.
He doesn't sell that.
Gotta twist his arm. You got to twist his arm, Carl.
Okay, I'll tell you, I've already talked to him about it, and he says if somebody wanted to buy it, it's $25K.
Yeah.
Okay, per license. Okay, because that is the ultimate software. This guy here makes tens of thousands of dollars a month using that software, selling affiliate products. Okay, that's what he does. He builds this software and then he sells like Amazon stuff and JVZoo and ClickBank and all that. That's what he does. He makes his killing with that. Okay, but he builds custom software. Like he's built this one for Billy. Nobody has this software. Nobody. This is specific IBK. It's custom designed and built for IBK. Any software we get is custom built for IBK. No one else will have this software. Okay? Whether it's LinkedIn, Google+, whatever it is. This is where we have the upper edge on anybody. This guy is brilliant. I spent a couple of hours on the phone with this guy, him showing me the software, and I watched it with my own eyes. And I drooled because I wish I had it. Right? So this is where we're lucky. And anybody who's listening to this, you better listen, because if you're a member of IBK, you've got a gold mine at your fingertips. And this is a software that any network marketer out there wants, because they can use this for going that specific into niche deep anywhere on any social media. Okay? The software's coming. We have it for Facebook right now. It's coming. Billy's working on that. I'm twisting Billy's rubber arm to get these softwares. Okay?
You know, Carl.
And believe me, whatever he doesn't buy, I'm going to.
We need to have more regular hangouts, because it really helps expand our mind to really understand what this program really is capable of doing.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
I think it builds our confidence so that we're able to talk to people in a much smoother way, so that they will want to come on board because of what we're offering.
It's also a combination of this, Joan, as well as the page that Carl has, the training pages. You know, this
definitely.
Training pages.
Well, this is why I'm doing videos, you guys. Okay, here's the one thing that I want you all to think about. Okay, because this is how I live my life. Okay, I'm here to help each and every one of you that are here. I don't want to spend every day on a hangout. Okay, because my time is valuable to me to do what I want to do. Okay,
even once a week.
Once a week is what I'm looking at doing. I'm going to do one twice this week. I'm going to do one on Friday as well. Okay, but and these are things to help you and get this mind cleansing going. Okay, because a lot of you have been so used to marketing a certain way, and you need to get out of that, because if you haven't made any money marketing that way, you can't be marketing that way anymore. Everything that I do, okay, everything. There hasn't been a program that I've gone into where I haven't made money, okay? And it's not because I have a list. It has nothing to do with a list, okay? Because I build a brand new list in everything that I do. You know, I have 47,000 people in my list from another program. You know how many of them came into this one here that I invited? 5. Why? Because I don't want them coming with the mindset they have over there to this one. Too much work. Because this is a complete new topic of things to do. They'll probably eventually get into here. Maybe they'll come with me, maybe they won't, but they'll see it because of my advertising. Okay? That's how I build my list. A new, fresh one every single time. I don't believe in cross-populating my people from one program to another. It causes too much chaos. There's billions of people out there that want to make money. I don't need that 47,000. Okay? A lot of people aren't going to agree with me out there. But, hey, if you want them, go get them. Doesn't matter to me. There's plenty for me to find out there already. All kinds of new... Look at Brandy. Brandy and I never met. I don't think we've met. Have we, Brandy?
No.
Before now?
Nope.
No. See? Brandy's brand new to me. A brand new person on my list. And I'm going to work with Brandy, and I'm going to help Brandy start making $5,000 to $10,000 a month, just like I'm going to do with all you guys. Okay? And it's not going to happen slow. We're going to get this thing going. Because people want what we have. They want this software. They just don't know it yet.
Right. And it's a snowball effect, because once we start making money, we're going to have testimonials, and we're going to help us make money with you too, and you too.
Well, exactly. You know,
success.
You know, the thing that I love about this is that I can turn around and help every single one of you guys make money. I don't make a dime off you guys anymore. I've already made my money. You guys have already paid me my $150. I'm a happy camper. Okay?
Right.
But now you guys get to keep all the money, and now I get to see you guys change your life. Right?
And also, I think there's a lot to be said for the fact that because of the way you and what you do, that if you go into another program, we'll probably follow you there too.
Well, you know, that's totally up to everyone what they want to do. Okay, you know, I just know that whatever, I'm very picky about what I do. Okay, so many people get mad at me because I don't, you know, well, I joined you in this. Why don't you join me in this? Well, because I don't see the value there. I go where there's value, and I go where I can give value. Right? The other thing that I'm going to be teaching you guys is I'm going to be showing you guys how to be a valuable commodity. Okay? They're going to know that, man, I want to go and I want to join with Joan. Joan, when I met you in person there a week or so ago, I gave you an idea because you shared something with me. You and your husband Johnny shared something with me. Okay? Now, I'm going to tell these people exactly what it is, and I'll let you go into detail, okay? When I met with Joan, because I went down, my son got married last weekend, and I was down in Kelowna, and I spent the day with Joan and Johnny. And Johnny is a well-known, established photographer, okay? He's a published photographer. And he has beautiful prints that he has set there, is, you know, hundreds of them. And he's done nothing with them. He had a website at one time, and it just kind of went down because he couldn't do any sales. So I'm saying, this is the funny part. I'm going to share this. I don't care. You know, I'm sitting at the table, and I'm thinking, I got to think about this. So I go, one sec, I'll be right back. I'm going to the bathroom. So I go to the bathroom, and boom, the light bulb goes off. I come running out of there. I know exactly what you're going to do, right? So I come out, and I said to Joan, I says, this is what you're going to do. You're going to over-deliver on the value of IBK, because this is what you're going to do. You're going to take 5 of Johnny's prints, and you're going to give those away for people to use in their advertising, okay? Anybody who joins with you. And then once a month or something like that, you're going to do a draw for everybody that joins you, and they're going to receive I think it's a 16 by 24 autographed print, okay, of this, because Johnny is an established, he's an award-winning photographer, okay? Those prints are probably worth about $150 to $200 or more a piece, as it is. So now they're getting that much more value. So I says, this is what you're going to offer everybody over and above what IBK does, okay? Me, okay, what did I add? Well, I told everybody, if you join with me, I'm going to pay for 2 months of traffic. I've actually upped that to 3 months now. Okay? And as an added value, I'm going to throw in 4 other softwares that I use that are valuable as well. You can have those. Okay? So, and now anybody who joins me, such as Brandy and Joan and Stephen and Tom, and anybody else who's listening to this, you can also give out that software. So now you have a added value that you can add out. If you want to do traffic, I'll show you how to do that too, if you want. Okay? But if you've got something that you can offer a value over and above what IBK already offers, throw it in. Today, it's not about people not having money. I want everybody to understand this right now. Anybody who's online has the money. What they don't want to do is pay for something that they don't think is going to be of value to them. Okay? They want to get what their money's worth. So, my philosophy is over-deliver. every single time. I'm here. You know, anybody who joins your team or anybody else that joins with you, I call it a team, it's not really a team, but who joins through you can have access to everything that I offer. My training, these hangouts, whatever. That's available to you to hand out as a added bonus on top. Okay? So, what I want you all to think about is what extra value can you actually offer somebody? You all have some kind of talent, whatever it is. Okay? Joan, her husband just happened to be a photographer. She never thought about that. Johnny's been thinking for years, how can he make some money with his photos? Well, you know, I sat down with her and I says, you know, don't try and sell your photos for $200 a piece. Sell them for $1 a piece. And he goes, what? Are you nuts? And I go, you will probably sell 10,000 photos at $1 a piece before you'll sell 100 photos at $120 a piece or $200 a piece. People are doing it all the time on things like Shutterstock and some of those photo sites out there. You can hire somebody to build you one of those sites and sell your stuff for $1 off there. Each photo, you know, a download, whatever, 50 cents, I don't care. You'll get so much money over and over again, it won't matter. You'll be amazed at how fast that builds up. And now I have the wheels turning in Johnny's head and in Joan's head. So let's talk about this right now. Now that we're here, let's talk about the value, because, you know, unfortunately I can't go over much of the IBK software right now. I'll do some training on that, but, you know, let's utilize this time here. Let's talk about what kind of added value that we can do to attract people to us. So, anybody want to go first? Because I'm going to pick on you anyways.
I think the added value that we offer should be unique. It shouldn't just be something everybody else is doing.
That's right.
Like you could say, well, I'm a trainer and a coach. Well, how many trainers and coaches do we have on the internet? It's got to be something unique to yourself, so you've got the passion behind yourself to be able to promote it in an effective way.
Okay, so Brandy, I'm going to pick on you, okay? I want you to tell me what kind of maybe hobbies you have, what interests you have, what experience you have, and then I'm going to tell you how you can market that to your advantage. Go ahead.
Well, I don't have any hobbies. And most of my experience has been customer service and labor. So I honestly don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what I could offer from that.
Actually, you can offer quite a bit. Okay? Customer service. Okay? That is like what our industry is so severely missing out on. Okay? Everybody wants everybody to join them, but they don't know how to pleasantly get them involved. Okay? That's a skill set that you have. You know how to deal with people, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you could offer a 15-minute or 30-minute session with you on how you can introduce yourself or deal with somebody who's asking you about your business. Okay? Because most people, let's put it this way, most people are very shy. Okay? They don't want to get on the phone with anybody. They don't want to do it. Well, this is where you can coach them out of that particular little shell that they're in. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Okay? So you have a skill. You just didn't realize you had it. Okay? So that's a skill set. You know, that many people online need. If they had a skill set of knowing how to deal with people like that, they'd probably have a lot more opportunity to have sales. Instead, they try to hide behind a link and hoping and praying people join off a link, and they don't these days. Nobody does that. So when you're, here's where you could come in. When someone's saying, well, you're asking me to tell people to contact me for info, what do I do? Well, here's where you can come in and say, well, this is what you do. You know, when someone contacts you, you want to ask them a few questions. You want to ask them, you know, what is your skill set? What is it that you're looking for? You know, ask them the pertinent questions, almost like an interview, okay? And break down the type of person that they are, and then be able to say, well, this is how you respond to somebody. You respond by saying, you know, the company IBK is it's a software training suite, you know, that we market to help other people create sales in not only IBK but other businesses that they have. And this is, you know, we have the training system that comes along with it. We have Carl's training system. We have the additional software that we have. Most people don't know how to deliver a response back. This is where you can fit in and learn and you know, even enhance your own skills, and then be able to train people on that. Just an idea, okay? But you have skills.
Okay, thank you.
Joan, we've already talked about yours, okay? So we're going to bypass you. Stephen, let's talk about hobbies, things that you do, skills that you have, knowledge that you have. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't have to be network marketing.
Well, how good is your memory? What's my #1 hobby?
How good your memory?
How good is your memory?
I don't know. What did I just say?
We talked about it the other day. What's my #1 hobby?
So there you go. You can help coach people on their memory. Okay. You may have other things that.
Fishing.
Sorry, I missed that.
Fishing.
There you go. A man after my own heart. Okay. You know, if you're a fisherman, you could give some tips on fishing. This is where, hey, didn't I talk about joining fishing groups? This is how you can get involved in fishing groups and start giving some advice there and say, you know, this is what I do on the side here. You know, I can show you how to make some money, and I'll give you some fantastic fishing tips on the side as well.
Awesome.
You take what you know and you use it to your advantage. Tom, we've talked about this before. You've got some skills. Tell me about your skills.
Well, I don't know how giving tours of New York or you know, customer service is gonna, you know, fit into this, but I mean, I'm doing not telemarketing, but opinion surveys currently, and so I don't know how that fits into you know, our sales. You know, we have to be a sales related issue.
Oh, you said surveys, did you?
Yeah, I do. I do customer surveys over the phone.
Okay, so create your own little survey system.
Yeah.
You can use SurveyMonkey. Go in there. You can teach people how to create surveys to get interest in their business.
Oh, okay.
Surveys are very big and popular across social media. People love doing them. Why, I don't know, but they do. So you can use that to your advantage. You see, anybody who's listening to this has some kind of a skill. I don't care what it is. Maybe you're a gardener. Maybe you know how to make the best fat, beefy tomatoes in the world, right? Then go into the gardening groups and use that to your advantage. Okay? Fishing groups for Stephen. You know, customer service is going to work great for Brandy because a lot of people have issues there. Joan, you go into photography groups.
And I love dogs, so I can talk about dogs, and there isn't a person, I don't think, on the internet that isn't a dog lover.
Just because you're in network marketing doesn't mean you don't have a skill set. And when you have a skill set of whatever it is, use it to your advantage. You know what? If you are a groomer or whatever it is, and that's what you're really good at, hang out in those groups. Okay? Stop fishing in the same pond as everybody else. Because guess what? If you all decide to fish in the same pond, I'm going to catch all the fish in all the other ones. And that's my warning out to everybody. Because I am not fishing in everybody's pond. I'm fishing in my own ponds now. Okay? You want to make money, you go to where the people are. Don't go to these, because a lot of these make money groups, you know, although people will ask you for information, you'll get that all the time, because people are constantly looking. I handed out, just in probably the last 48 hours, about 140 information links to people about my business. You know how many sales I got? None. But that's all in the make money thing, because you know what? Everybody wants to make money, but nobody wants to do anything in there. Why bother with them? Go to places like the eco groups, where everybody wants to make money, nobody's ever heard of this stuff, and then the odd person buys.
I think too, Carl,
you know?
If we go into these different groups, for example, dog training, not only can they come onto IBK and make money through the IBK group, but they can advertise their own product, their own business through IBK too, so it's a double whammy.
Absolutely. You see, this is how powerful the IBK software is. It is not just for network marketing. It is for brick and mortars too. You know, there's London, Ontario, where Brandy is. You know how many businesses are in London, Ontario that are not using the internet to build their business? You know what's so funny? My barber, okay, who cuts my hair, he still advertises in the Yellow Pages. I mean, who does that? $2,000 a month he spends on that. And I told him, Mike, I says, I can show you how to do that for $197 one time. I'll show you how to do it. You sit down at your computer, and I can show you how you can target everybody in the local area about that. Send out coupons, send out whatever you want. I can show you how to use social media using this software. Anybody listening to this? Imagine all the businesses that are relying on local traffic to go in there when they, in a big city, say Toronto. What has Toronto got? 2.5 million people, 3 million people? Okay? All the big restaurants and that are in the Toronto area, stuff like that, all use third-party marketing systems on the internet to drive their traffic. They're just starting to learn to do that. Same thing in Edmonton, where I live. But I would say that it's 1 to 2% of all the businesses doing that. Most businesses today would never be going broke if they utilized the internet properly, social media specifically.
That's probably
we have the software to do it.
That's probably a good thing for us to think about. Maybe going offline and going and approaching businesses with the IBK system.
Yeah.
Then they can advertise whichever way they want using the system.
You know, I'm throwing out ideas all the time, and that's why I like doing these things here, because especially when I'm able to get on like a hangout here with the bunch of you here, these ideas come out, and anybody who's listening to these, I'm sure it's going through their head thinking, oh man, I never even thought of that. This is what I do all the time. Okay, it's just my phone. Yeah.
So, Carl, are you suggesting now that we just drop the make money internet marketing?
No, I'm not saying you don't drop it. Okay, you're always going to want to advertise there, but expand yourself.
In addition to, not instead of.
Yeah.
Expand yourself.
Okay, because you have to know something about those groups that are in addition to. In other words, you're not going to, if you're not interested in dogs, you're not going to be going into the dog groups.
No, go into groups that, well, not necessarily. You know what? If you're going to go into a group like that, make sure that when you do go in there, that you're not disrespecting them, that you're going in there and you're respecting their environment, and make sure that you communicate with them as part of the group. So if you're going to go into a gardening group, I would recommend that you actually know something about gardening or have questions about it or something like that and go in there, participate.
Yeah.
Don't go in there right away and start saying, "Hey, come and make some money with me." You know what? You've got to groom yourself in. Okay? That's what I do. Like, I'll go into some fishing groups and stuff like that, like the eco group I went into. I went in there, I made a couple of posts, and then 2 days later I made the post about the money, and then poof, about making some money, extra money, and everybody came at me. So
a group that has that is expensive to keep up, like collectibles or gardening or fishing, where you have to spend money in order to participate in that activity.
Improvement.
What?
Home improvement. How many people? What does an average renovation cost? Anywhere from $7,500 to $20,000. That's an average renovation. Okay, that will take the average person 5 to 9 years to get to put that money aside to do a renovation like that. Okay, so I don't know. If someone showed me a way of being able to make multiple $150 commissions, I would be more than interested in trying to figure out how I can utilize that to pay for my renovations. Rather than having to go, what if someone gets laid off from a job? People that get laid off from jobs or can't find jobs or anything, do you think they hang out in work from home groups? No, they don't. 90% of them are hanging out in different groups, just gaming groups or gardening groups or something like that, and because they don't have a job, they got nothing else to do, so they're trying to figure out what else they can do with their time.
Right.
Right? That's where they're hanging out. That's why people are going. One lady came to me. She hasn't bought from me. I'm not sure why, but she goes, "You know what? I really need to make some money. I like what you're doing here. I've been laid off for 6 months." And this wasn't in a make money from home group. This was in a garden shed group. So they're everywhere, you guys. Everybody thinks that, everybody's got to, everybody's going to be saturated. We're in here. Well, just get out of there then. If you think there's too many people advertising there, go someplace else. This is where you have to open up your mind and think where they will be. Facebook has tens of thousands of groups. Then you've got LinkedIn, who's the next biggest one to Facebook. Probably another 100, 200,000 groups in there. Then you've got Google, who have probably 1 million friggin' communities on there.
Well, I think also the idea of changing the keywords to, spin them around. I mean, make money from home, but you can use a whole bunch of keywords that'll put you in different areas, sectors of those groups.
Definitely. I mean, you could go so deep. Like, recreation is a real bland word, but if you went recreational skiing, recreational water skiing, recreational fishing, recreational boating, stuff like that, now you're getting niche specific.
Right. Yeah.
Right? And I'm telling you, man, there are probably more people that are wishing they could find a way to make money in those groups than the ones sitting in the make money from home. These are the people that are program jumpers in those things. They'll ask you for a link, they'll look at it and go, "Oh, I got to pay $150? Well, this is what happens. "Oh, I got to pay $197? But then you go to the ones over there that are desperately needing some money. That's all? $197, and I can start making $150? I'm in. You see, these are the ones that haven't been tainted yet.
Yeah, right.
Our industry is so bloody tainted, it's unbelievable. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but every day I get, I didn't know I had to pay anything. Well, how the hell are you going to make any money? How are you going to make any money? Why do you ask such a stupid question? Right? $197. Oh, and then next thing you know, I see them going in there. "Oh, I just paid $500 for this course." Good for you, right? So, it's just like my training. I could easily turn around and charge people for my training, but why? I get asked that all the time. Why don't you charge for your training? Even my wife goes, "Why don't you charge for your training? You're on there training everybody all the time." I go, because I've already sold them something And I believe that they paid enough. But that's me. I'm not a greedy guy. Okay? I mean, I don't even have to do these hangouts. I actually don't even have to work with you guys if I don't want to. I've already sold you guys this stuff. But I'm not like that. I'm not a guy who takes your money and walks away. There are many out there that do that. One-time sales, I got your money, leave me alone. Go to YouTube, find out how to do it. That's their attitude. Come on. That's why I'm here. I like what I do. I love working with you people.
Well, that's our selling point too, Carl, that we have you. And anyone who joins with us has you as well. So, you know, it's not just us, but it's our community with the Skype group.
And that's what it is. It's a community. I don't want to call it a team. It's more of, like you said, like a community, because, you know, even though we're all independents, we're all competitors against each other, but we can still work off of our talent to help make sales. And that's why I like doing hangouts, because, you know, Brandy can sit here and take this hangout and go, you know what, I was in this hangout today, this is what we learned, this is what I can offer you guys over and above what we're doing. You know, come on in, you're going to get all this training from all of us here. And they see you on here, right? All of you could do that.
I think you should call this Carl's Think Tank.
Yeah, nice.
It's not mine, it's ours, okay?
Oh,
because we're all participating. You know,
it's community.
I'd be the only one talking here. And if that was the case, I think we would have probably been off this thing about an hour ago, right? So,
We'll call it IBK.
it takes so much of me, right?
It's
We
fun.
gotta keep interrupting.
It's a lot of fun.
Okay. Well, I think we're going to wrap this up, you guys. Fortunately, it's recorded. So let me wrap this up, and I'll get this out to you guys. Thanks again for hanging out, and let's do it again Friday if we all can. Okay?
Great.
Okay.
Awesome. Thanks, Carl.
Okay, thanks, everyone, for listening, and the link will be up shortly. Take care.
Thanks, Carl.
You're welcome.
Carl.